Alright, good day everyone. This is the part 9 of the Dart series, the Dart video tutorial we're actually learning from. In our previous video, we actually learned what is arithmetic operator. From there, we'll be moving to relational operator. Yes, relational operator. Okay, let's do it this way. You can see I just named this operator. We can just name this. We can just rename this so that we can have multiple, because I don't want to clear this code. We can have multiple files for different things we're actually learning. We can call this arithmetic operators. You put underscore. Definitely we've learned naming convention. Also, you can watch the previous video. You see where we learned naming convention and how we actually name different files and different variables, classes, and the likes. You see it in the previous video. If you have any question on that, also you can drop your comment on the video and it's going to be answered. All right, thank you. Renaming this to arithmetic operators because we only learned arithmetic operator in the last video. In this video, we'll be learning comparison or relational operator. Okay, let's close this and open another file, and we call it I think I would love to call it comparison operators dot that. All right, definitely we have void main, and this is our block of code. No, I don't want your comparison operators. All right, from the word comparison, you already know that we are talking about something like you are comparing two things, or even we can compare one thing actually, but definitely the reason why we say we are comparing two things is you'll be comparing something against another thing. Yes, let's say for example now you are comparing me to someone. I don't know, probably there's another tutor online where we'll be like, okay, it's all about digital is more fantastic in teaching to another person, another YouTube channel. Definitely that's comparison, and it's going to give you just one result. Either I'm more fantastic than the person or not. Either it is true or it is false. Whenever you are comparing, you just want one answer, and the answer is in two phase, whereby is either it is true or false. It's going to be always boolean. Yes, that is what comparison is all about. When you are trying to compare two things or one thing against another thing, definitely the result is either to be true or to be false. All right, we can still pick from the thing we learned in our previous video. No, I don't want you to just give me this bunch of stuff. Okay, this AI stuff is just freaking crazy actually. All right, we have a variable again. I think definitely we are using the same thing again. We have variable a and we have variable b, and definitely we can actually call it, okay, I can say age. We can say age actually, age, and this one to change everything. It's fine if you want to. You can say age, and we can have another age, definitely maybe yeah, let's say two brothers, brother one age and brother 2 age. Definitely this is fantastic. This is more reasonable. Let's compare it to a real world problem. Actually, the first brother, there's two kids. The first is 10 years old, the second is 5 years old. Yeah, that's what we want to try and compute here. And the first comparison operator that we have is double equals to. And while I was learning then, I think while I was in school then learning these things, and there's a way I actually turn into a way I could understand it personally to myself. We have one equals to be an assignment operator. Then double equals to is comparison operator. And I used to call it really equals to. Is actually really equals to. Is that thing really equals to? Is that thing really red or blue? Is that really cloth or cap? Do you get? Double equals to just means you are comparing, is it really what you thought it is? That is this double equals to. All right, what we are now doing now is we are checking if the two brothers are of the same age. One is 10, one is 5. And if we are to check that, definitely we know by ourselves that it is not true. Definitely it's going to be false because both are not of the same age. That is it. But the system has to compute that for us. Then we need to write the code out and make sure that it's able to compute that for us. And if we run this code, we just do that bin run bin / comparison operators that. All right, you can see false because the two brothers are not of the same age. All right, the second one we'll be learning is not equals to. The first one is it really equals to? Yeah. The second one is not equals to. Not equals to is, you from the word you already understand that is the first brother age, is it equals to the second brother age, whereas it is not. And so far it is not. Is that true or false? Definitely it's going to be true because they are not of the same age. Definitely. All right, let's just print this out. We say not equals to. We are testing not equals to. We can clear the terminal and we can press arrow up. I'm actually using arrow up to bring the previous command out so that we won't be typing every time, and I'll just enter, and you discover that this is going to bring us true because they are not equals to the same age. They are not of the same age. Definitely you can see the operator double equals to, and this one exclamation mark. The not equals to is exclamation mark and equals to, and that is not equals to. All right, we have more comparison. Definitely is something greater than, when you're comparing colors will be something like equals to or not equals to. But when we are computing something of counting, something it is countable, whereby we can say is it greater than, is it less than. Counting can also use double equals to as we've used it, which is not equals to and not equals to. But in some cases when it's not something counting, most of the time it's double equals to, which is really equals to and not equals to, that works for it. But all these remaining ones comes to when it is something that is countable, something computable in terms of calculation. That is what this remaining is. And let's check for this third one, which is greater than. All right, greater than is just normal greater than. I think that key is beside your question mark on your keyboard, a key before the question mark from the right, actually. Okay, from the left on your keyboard you should be able to see greater than. All right, let's check. Is the brother one, the first brother, is the age greater than the second brother? Definitely, because 10 is greater than 5. Definitely the answer should be what? Should be true. You can see this is true. All right, is the first brother age less than the second brother age? Definitely it is false because the first brother age is actually greater than, is not less than. Definitely this fourth one should be false. You can see false. All right, is the first brother age, is it greater than or equals to the second brother age? Definitely it is greater than. This is now we call it we call it logical operator. Now, logical operator is now happening here now. And why do we call it logical operator? Is checking for two things. It's checking for if it is greater than, and it's still checking for if it is equals to. And this logical operator now is called or, not and. It's not and, it is or. Is either greater than or equals to. It's even here in the comments. The AI has actually helped us to put it here. Fantastic. The first operator that is there is greater than. Is the first brother age greater than the second brother? Yes. Is it equals to? No. Then one has actually been true. This is another learning entirely, whereby we check the logic operator. That we call it logic operator, whereby we check the true and false in it. But definitely this class is not for that. Let's move on. But definitely we can have that series also, whereby we learn the logical operations. I think that's digital stuff, digital electronics also. That is the knowledge, that is the subject. Yes. All right, let's clear our terminal and run this. You can see that this is true because it is or. Either of the two, either is greater than or equals to, and so far it is greater than. Once one is true, the other one, then the output will be true. That is the computation or expression or calculation behind or. And this second one says, is it less than or equals to? It is not. The first age is not less than, and definitely it's not equals to, and definitely so far it is false. False is actually false in or operation. All right, let's check that. Definitely you can see that we have false. Oh, fantastic. I don't know if I should join another learning with this, if this video is not going to be too long, but let's just keep it short like this. 12 minutes. Fantastic. All right, thank you for watching this video. If you have any question, if you didn't understand anything on this, please put your question in the comment, and definitely it's going to be answered. Don't forget to subscribe if you are watching my video for the first time, and share this video with your friends and family who are actually willing or looking for a way to learn that programming language, or probably they don't know anything to be called that, but they want to learn mobile app development. That is a very good programming language to start with. Very simple, and when you get to the advanced part, very fantastic when you are building your mobile application, which we are definitely going to get there. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.